our Ramayanam is such a wonderful Shastra. It starts with a wonderful word. Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidhambaram Naradam paripapracha valmikir munipungavam. Here it starts with a wonderful confluence of two great minds, Valmiki Bhagavan and Narada Rishi. Generally, Valmiki Bhagavan have found Narada Maharishi walking into his ashram. Here, adjectives are given to both Valmiki Bhagavan and Narada Rishi. The only adjective for the Shishya or the disciple is Tapasvi. The rest of the adjectives are for the Guru. Tapaswadhyaya niratam Naradam. Vakvidambaram Naradam. You see. So what does it mean is, a Guru needs to have this. Tapaha Swadhyayam. So what does a Guru need to have to be an Acharya Purusha is completely having the complete knowledge of essence of Vedas intellectually. Tapaha Swadhyayam is, and also the experience of it. You see, Tapaha is the experience of the knowledge. Swadhyayam is the actual intellectualization of the knowledge, which means I should know, I should be. And a Guru is an Acharya only when he knows what the Vedasara is, and he is also living as an experience of the realization of the divinity. Only then he will become an Acharya. Other people who are still trying are not exactly Acharyas. They may be teachers, they may take you up to one level, but how can they come to conclusion when they themselves are Aragora? You see, Aragora na tappa sollala. They have not attained realization. They are sadhaks, they are very well-meaning people, they are Achara Shilas, they are Manana Shilas, very good, you see. But how can they take us to completion when they themselves have not seen the end? So, tapas svadhyaya swa. Our Bhagavatam very beautifully says, Shastre parecha nishnatam. That not only they have Shastra knowledge, they also have Anubhava knowledge. Shastram means understanding the scriptures, understanding the essence of scriptures, understanding the applicability of the essence of scriptures to the current population. You see. And pare means they have the experience of divinity. Not only are they intellectually knowing that Bhagavan has Tribhangi Lelita Kritim, has a wonderful flute in his hand and Vyatyasta Padam, intellect la mattum illa, they constantly see that in their heart also. Acharya Purusha, you see, who has both experience and knowledge, if you want to make it simple. Tapas Svadhyaya Niratam. It is not many people, if they speak in the actual, Vyasa Pitam, they talk about Rama, Krishna, Govinda. Once they come out, ore laukika page, you see, politics and all that. Niratam. An Acharya Purusha is constantly in the thought of Ramachandra Prabhu, whether sitting in the Medai or getting out of the Medai. It is not a profession, it is life for them. And I will tell you, whenever our Swamiji used to speak Ramayanam or Bhagavatam, very dangerous to be around him during after 10 o'clock in the night. You see. And he would, next day would be Dhruva Charitram. So if you are around him, now latex on and danger, that's a joy. I hope you understand my slasham. You see. And he would say, Dhruvan is coming, Narada is coming. And immediately Narada looked at Dhruva and said, you are just 5 years old, why are you so angry with your mother and father? If everybody starts arguing like that, then a city will be empty, a forest will be full. So, and the dialogue, Narada Maharshi is there, having a wonderful Valkana, having wonderful Veena, always singing the divine names, ears, eyes are little red in the corners, tears of joy flowing. Night full. And the next day morning, odom. And then for 2 hours, he will come to Narada Gana Sabha, tell Dhruva Charitram, everybody's life will be transformed. Niratam. Constantly in the thought of Bhagavan, constantly in the thought of divinity, the Acharya Purusha. Not while talking all this, well, you see, we should not even listen if we want bhakti. And so here he is saying, Acharya is a person, tapaha svadhyaya niratam, that they are complete in that all the time. And how a Sishya should be? Tapasvi. What does Tapasvi mean? Tapasvi means whatever an Acharya shows us as this is your path, hold on to that path and stop looking here and there as a path for me. That's tapas namak. If Acharya says, do Sundaraganda Parayana, that's porum. Poradana. One Rama Nama is enough for highest realization. One Gayatri Mantra is enough for highest realization. One Sloka of Ramayanam is enough for highest realization if you have Shraddha. Our Bhagavan says, Shraddhavan labate jnanam, not tapovan labate jnanam sollala, japovan labate jnanam sollala. Yettayo panne, whatever your Acharya says, whatever your Guru says, hold on to it. Have Shraddha. Shraddha is the currency in spirituality. Nothing else. Nothing else. Bhakti illa irukattum. If your Guru says do Bhakti, adhaan pannom. You see, that's what is Shraddha. You see. So if you have Shraddha, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Shastram dane, he says Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Shraddha means complete Vishwasam in Guru Vakyam and in Shastra Vakyam. Right? But who is a Guru? Tapa Swadhyaya Niratam. If we go and get caught with all these flowery Gurus, I am not responsible for it. You see. ஒருத்தர் வந்து ஃப்ளைட் வாஸ் ஒன்ஸ் ஃப்ளைட் காட் கிராஷ்டுங்கிறதுக்காக பிளேனே ஏறாமையா இருக்கேள், கார் கிராஷ் எவ்வளோ பார்க்குறேன், காரே ஏறாமையா இருக்கேள். பிகாஸ் யூ பர்ன்ட் யுவர் ஃபிங்கர்ஸ் வித் சம் போலி குரு, இனிமேல் குருவே வேண்டான்னு சொல்கிறது முட்டாள்தனம் தானே. சம்படி காட் பாய்சன் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபுட்டு, சாப்பிடாம இருக்க முடியும் அதுக்கு. பி வெரி கிளியர். ஜென்ரலி டோன்ட் கோ இன் சர்ச் ஆஃப் குரு, சேஸ் ராமாயணா. Guru will come in search of you if you truly seek Bhagavan. You see. Otherwise, Guru won't come to you. You won't feel connected to Guru unless it is our last Janma and Bhagavan decides, ivaladan jeevanakku, he has to come to me, natha or Sadguru will come. You see. That's why Durlabam. But I have to tell Ramayana, I can't mince words. Pardon me as a brother. நான் இருக்கிறத சொல்கிறேன். தபஸ்வாத்யாய நிரதம் தபஸ்வி வாக்விதாம்பரம். Just the knowledge, that the experience is not enough. You should be able to actually give pravachan in such a way that the disciples would be completely attracted by the idea of the pravachan. You see, anala vak vidambaram. Vak is very important. How did all the Acharya Purushas get the Shishya Ratnas? Pravachana. You see, by yasya bhashana madhurya, when because of the sweetness of the bhashana madhuryam, the Sishyas think, I don't want this world at all. That we should get inspiration to go in a path by listening to a Mahatma's pravachan. I'll give you an example. Our Swamiji once talked about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 9 days in Naradagana Sabha. And he sent us, try to show them that Hare Rama is the only way for people who are suffering from other problems. It's a very simple way. Why don't you tell them? So we went to various places. And there were many people who said, I'm not sure, etc. All I needed to do was give them that CD set to them and said, you do whatever you want, just listen to it and come and meet me after 10 days. I didn't have to speak a word at all. They heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lectures for 9 days and they were inspired to understand that Nama Sankirtana is a sweet path, beautiful path, effective path and the best and apt path for them. Eppudina Vak Vidambaram. You see, Vakda. And Acharya Purusha's wonderful Pravachana Shakti only pulls. Says Vedamata. Handeva Suttara Rupam, Acharya Purva Rupam, Vidya Sandhihi Pravachanagum Sandhanam. Taitra Upanishadala solrat. What is the relationship between Acharya and Sishya? Hantevasna Sishya anartham. Our Vedamata says that Vidya Sandhihi, the connection is Vidya. Personally, a guru needs nothing from the Sishya. And other way also, if he is a true seeker, he needs nothing else but Vidya from the Guru. Vidya na experience of jnana and bhakti and vairagya. So that connection between Guru and Sishya is Vidya and the connecting mechanism is Pravachanagum Sandhanam. That which connects a Guru and Sishya is Pravachanam na, and that Pravachanam is Vakvidambaram. Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi Vakvidambaram Naradam. Naradam na enna artham appadina? It's a name given to any Guru. Generally, Vishnu Purana would say Saptarishi Mandalam is the Guru for Dhruva. Bhagavatam will say Naradar is the Guru for Dhruva. Why? Abdina Naradar nale Guru nartham. Naram dadati iti Naradaha. Naram nale Narayanan nartham. A Acharya who actually gives Narayana into our hand is Narayana. Naradar. Dadati. He gives. So we can't go up to divinity. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of maturity. Bhagavan will say, unless you are pure in heart, unless you are a Dharmatma, you can't come near me, says Bhagavan. But a Guru will not wait for that. Na? I will give you an example, very typical, stereotypical household which is very religious 100 years back. 100 years back, generally, if the father is ready to worship in the puja room, the child goes and rolls in the mud and then comes running towards the father, Appa, but the father is wearing muddy vastram, he is now going to do a puja for the salagrama. Obviously there are rules and regulations for it. Angala, you can't use our own thoughts. For example, father is a surgeon, he is doing surgery. Appa on the ulla uduvela neenga. Adukku mattum no professional stop nu solumbodhu correct ah irukum no. Pujaikku and mari rules la irukku. And just like how this is a bodily surgery, this is a spiritual surgery. விளையாட்டு கிடையாது. And so when the father wearing all this muddy and all that stuff which they used to wear earlier, and the child is coming and it wants to sit in the lap of father, the father will immediately look at the mother. Achyutai namaha, anantai namaha, govindai namaha. The mother knows what to do. Abdiye alaka thuku அந்த குழந்தையை. She will take the little child, take it, run to the backyard. There will be a small totti. Totti snanam mungi kulikinumla irundhu oru kaalathula. So immediately or mukkuva and the and then take and change the clothes and then put a basmam or put a urdu pundram or gopi chandan. Now you go to the father. Vadakan nambarappa. The child will think, when I came dirty, did you touch me? But in spite of me being dirty, it is the mother who cleansed me and brought me to you. Even though the child is sitting in the father's lap, in the corner of the eye, it will look gratefully at the mother only. Na? So father is like Bhagavan. To approach Bhagavan is not very easy. We need to be really pure. The mind has to be absolutely quiet. But a guru, knowing very well what we are, with all our soils, with all our dirt, with all our taint, like a mother he takes, and he purifies us, not to put us in his lap, to put us in Bhagavan's lap. Anala Kabir Das solraru, Guru Gobind san mukh kade, kisi ke padu mein paav. Govind balihari padu mein Guru ka paav. He says, when Guru and Govind are together before me, whom will I first do the prostration to? To my Guru. Why? Because when I was still a very imperfect person with all these little confusions and etc., questioning even my Guru and all that, it was the Guru who took me with patience and perseverance and love and compassion which only a mother can give, cleansed me and finally put me in the feet of a Bhagavan as a lovely spatika or a lovely lotus. So how will I not forget my gratitude towards the Guru even if I am sitting in Hari's lap, you see. Adanalada Naradam. Naradam means he knows very well that we can't go to Bhagavan, so that Guru brings Bhagavan to us. You see, Naradam. Valmiki never went in search of Guru, did he? Valmiki was born as a divine child. He was actually the son of Varuna. This Taitra Upanishadile varudhu Bhrugurvai Varunihi abdinu. He was actually named Bhrugu, was the son of Varuna. And because Varuna was busy playing with his child when Narada Maharshi was telling Ramayana, Narada Maharshi gave an apparent curse which is an anugraham. So he said, why Varuna, you are so much involved with your child, you are not listening to even Ramayana. Let your child be separated from you for a little while. Let him be born in the earth. Our idea, let the child write Ramayanam. They will even hide the anugraha like a curse. That is Mahatma's greatness. A person who is so humble, who don't want to put a card saying, I am the one who gave you this, because of humility. Bhagavan is also like that. Bhagavatas are also like that. Vivekananda Swami writes a lovely letter to all his compatriots in India to see how to take Ramakrishna mission forward. In that he gives a lovely pravachanam panna ellathliyum pravachanam dhaan varum instruction liyum. You see, so he is writing a lovely pravachanam there saying, look here, even if you draw a small painting, if the painting is 2 by 2, the signature that I drew the painting, art by Ramanujam, 1 by 1 it's a small piece of paper. Original kuda kadiyadu, endho paatha copy adichirken. I have just took some photo and I have copied it there and say art by Ramanujam. And he says, when Bhagavan created this wonderful world, such beautiful, such variety, such diversity, unga kannu mari en kannu illa, en kai mari unga kai illa, even the fingerprints are different, even the eyes are different, everything is different. And there are so many varieties. Can you imagine how this entire canvas of life is? Bhagavan created everything. Not even in the corner he has written created by God. He didn't write anywhere. Even when somebody says kadavul illai, kadavul enbadillai ena samarkar. You see, even when people deny there is no God, Bhagavan is keeping quiet. And Vivekananda Swami says, the work of Bhagavan is kept in the front and Bhagavan is hiding himself behind his work, which is the reason why universe is very beautiful, systematic and without any problems. Likewise, you don't put yourself before your work. Let your work speak for yourself. You be behind the work and let the work be done for the power. And if you do that, it's called seva. And if you do that seva, our mission will always live and serve humanity positively. Likewise, here Narada Maharshi, instead of saying, I am going to do Anugraha, your son will be a great sage, he will write Ramayana, nothing. He says, you shall be separated from your son. Let him go down to the earth for some time and be united back. And that Bhrigu or that Varuni, Varuna's son is Varuni. And he was suddenly kept as a small child in a forest. A hunter king took him up and he started finding the ways of the hunter. Rikshan nale hunter nartham. He was also called Ratnakara. It's all there in other Puranas. Valmiki didn't write about his story because he is writing only Ramachandra Prabhu's story. And he thought it was unnecessary. And he was going here and there in the forest, forgetting why he was born in the first place. Narada Maharshi had to come in search of him. A guru comes in search of disciple. Narada Maharshi came in search of Dhruva. Narada Maharshi came in search of Prahallada. Shukamuni came in search of Parikshit. Idallam padingo. Edukku appadina, you search Bhagavan. Bhagavan will send a guru in search of you. You go and search a guru, and no guarantee. You see. And that is the reason why our Narada Maharshi came in search of Valmiki, Rukshan. And Rukshan's wife wanted a very ambitious necklace made of Nagaratnam. You know, it's actually a small jewel or a small gem which is available only in snakes, it seems. You see. And all this Nagaratnam, he searched all around, he couldn't find Nagaratnam. Our Narada Maharshi, Nagaratna Mala put Navaratna Mala. Nagaratna Mala, he was walking and our Rukshan saw that and said, Are, Kumbada Pona Devan Naravanda Mari. I am waiting for Nagaratnam. Here is a person totally unarmed, coming with wonderful 9 gems of Nagaratnam. Immediately stopped, waylaid him and said, Hey, tell me, give me your gem. And Narada Maharshi feigned fear and said, Who are you? I am Rukshan. I have the right to rob anybody who goes in this place. And he gave me. Narada Maharshi says, don't you know, I will give you, but it's a big sin to rob. What is the sin? Whatever you do, you have to face consequence. Cause and effect works like that. So if you rob for me, you have to eat the consequence, which is a sin. Don't worry, I am not robbing for myself. I am robbing for my wife only. Is it? Then go and ask your wife if he is ready to take the sin. I rob for my children. I have to maintain a family. I have to bring the bread to the table. And the bread, roti. And he said, why don't you check if they are ready to take your sin? Then he thought this chap is trying to escape. So he bound his guru to a tree. He bound him, ran home with the Navaratna Mala and gave Nagaratna. Wife was very happy. Then he said, I met this chap who gave me this Nagaratna Mala. He asked a very strange question. What is it? He said, it's very wrong to rob. I have no idea what you are talking. No, are you ready to share my sin because I have actually robbed this for you? The wife said, hey, no way. It is your job to get me what I want. So I can't share the sin. He went to his children. They said, you are the father, you have to feed us. I can't share your sin. Nobody was ready to share the sin. Chicho, and then fell at the feet of Narada Maharshi. An avatar Purusha, so that spark was enough for him. And he said, I think I have been sinning all my life. Tell me a way forward. Please bless me. Narada Maharshi said, first untie me. You have tied me up and you are falling at my feet. Untie me first. He untied him. Then said, what is the way for me? I need to understand the truth. I don't know anything at all. I never been to school. What do I do? Narada Maharshi said, don't worry. I will give you 2 letters. You keep repeating. Once you keep repeating, everything will be fine by you. What is the word? Rama. And Valmiki Bhagavan could not utter Rama because he was not having that practice. La varudhu, Ra varamatingirudhu. Then he looked at Narada Maharshi with tremendous pity in his face. Narada Maharshi said, tell me what is this tree called? It was called Maharanyam. That's correct. Ra aramikkaradhan kashtam. Nadula vardu easier. If you see even some children, it takes time for them to start speaking words. It starts with Ra. But if Ra comes in between, they can speak very well. So he said Maram. Keep chanting that. Maram, Rama. So he went, sat down chanting Ramanama so much that an anthill was completely built on him. He forgot his body consciousness and he just not even said Rama, he said Mara. Anthill was built. It's called Valmikam Nale. It is a Puttinartham, anthill. And Brahma himself came and blessed him with Brahma Jnana. Maitapa, you are a Brahma Rishi. Just by Rama. Very easily. Here, Ramayanathala, there are two stories. One is Vishwamitra becoming Brahma Rishi and Valmiki becoming Brahma Rishi. Our Tulsidas Goswamiji says, Ulatam japatam ek jana Valmiki baye Brahma samana. Brahma vid Brahmaiva bhavati. So he became a Brahma Rishi just by doing Ulat japam. Not even Rama. Mara. And Tulsidas Goswami says, Ulta Japatam. Even when he is doing Ulta Japam, he became a Brahma Rishi. And Vishwamitra, poor fellow, Adivangi. He was giving blows after blows after blows, as you call in Australia, University of Hard Knocks. Vangi. Fell down in anger, fell down in lust, fell down in misplaced sympathy. And finally he became a Rishi, Raja Rishi, Just Rishi, Maharishi. And finally Brahma said, Brahma Rishi. I want Vasishtha to come and tell me Brahma Rishi. Not because he had any antagonism over it. He trusted only Vasishtha to tell that properly. So Vasishtha Maharshi smiled and said, you have become Brahma Rishi. Vishwamitra had to take a very, very, very difficult path to become Brahma Rishi. Why? Because he relied only on his sadhana. But our Valmiki became Brahma Rishi shortly because he relied on Guru Kripa and he relied on Namam. So, Bodhendra Swami says that in Bhagavan Namamrita Rasodayam, that is the power of Ramanama. You can become a Brahma Rishi if you keep repeating the two letters, because the two letters are not normal letters. It denotes Bhagavan himself like Pranavam. Like the Pranava, which is A, U, Ma together, is actually the important word for our sannyasis to attain Brahmajnana. The same Pranava has taken a simpler form of Rama to actually help us, who are all samsaris, to attain the same Brahmajnana as sannyasis. Without giving up anything at all. And Valmiki became a Brahma Rishi. And Narada Maharshi left. Now Valmiki is done Ramanamam, where there is a Nama, the Rupam has to come. Even if you don't want. Suppose you are living in Iceland, you have no idea about Hinduism. Somehow you got this inspiration to chant Ramanama from some book. Rama Sakshatkaram has to happen to that Icelander. By Nama, Rupa are inseparable. Ninga Rama Darshan Natande Thiru. There is no other way. If you hold on to Ramanama 24/7. So here he is now having this Ramanama Japam he did. He attained Brahmajnani. Now Narada Maharshi has done his job. He is becoming the greatest Jnani. Now Narada Maharshi is coming back again to his Sishya, because our Swamiji says, Guru comes twice in one's life if we follow the Guru's instructions properly. Guru first gave Ramanama as a bhakti, and the bhakti became prapatti, and now this entire Valmiki Bhagavan became actual Brahmajnani. Adukaprum there is a greater bhagyam awaiting for Valmiki, which is called Kainkaryam. So Guru is coming in search of his disciple again to give him the Kainkaryam of writing Rama Katha. If we just follow Guru's instruction, achipichu, which means achipichu na theriyum illaya, here and there, tottakora, vittakora, partially, with lot of doubts, panna, Guru will ensure that you will attain Ramacharana. It doesn't matter, our eligibility doesn't matter, Guru's Kripa only matters. But if you follow Guru's instruction with Shraddha, Guru will come back and give us the greater bhagyam, greater joy of Kainkaryam. And that's why Guru came back. Same Narada Maharshi who made Valmiki a Brahma Rishi came back. Naradam. and paripapracha Valmiki Muni Pungavam. Muni Pungavam na Mananashilaha anartham. Muni means one who constantly thinking about what is the divine qualities of Bhagavan. Muni Pungavam na supreme. And here our Narada Maharishi, the son of Saraswati Devi, son of Brahmaji, comes, and then he is coming to the ashram of Valmiki Bhagavan, and see the beauty until you ask. A guru won't tell, you see. And of course Nama kuduthu poiduvar, adukapun kettadha mathadella. So now he is asking, Konvasmin Sampratam Loke. Now Valmiki, because he had Ramanama running all the time, even after Brahmajnana he is chanting Ramanam. So deep inside he is having this wonderful flashes of Rama Gunam in his heart. He knows there has to be such a great Mahatma, a great Avatara Purusha, a divinity around me, because I am constantly having the flashes of Ramaguna. I am having flashes of this wonderful form of Ramachandra Prabhu, Ajanubahum, Amararchita Pada Padmam. He is seeing Ramachandra Prabhu and his Guna in his heart. He didn't know who it was, he can't ask that directly, and so he is very beautifully asking whatever he was seeing in his heart as wonderful qualities of Rama. Ramachandra Prabhu is asking the 16 qualities, saying that is there anybody in this world now? Don't tell me in Vaikunta is there. Vaikunta Pati is like that. Enna prayojana enak inga venum. In this Sampratam Loke, in this world, contemporary, I want to know. Is there anybody with all these 16 qualities? Asked. Gunavan, first thing. When you want to celebrate Bhagavan, more than his power, Gunam. His wonderful qualities are the one which melts the heart of a devotee, isn't it? So he is saying, tell me if any Gunavan is there who fits all this 16 Guna. Umbalaga, our Narada Maharishi said, 16 Guna nana geta na 64 tharambo. He made it fourfold. If you count it correcta varum. He asked for 16 Gunas, I'll tell you all the Gunas tomorrow. And our Narada Maharishi replies back saying, here is 64 for you. You see, idhukku romba alaga our Swamiji was there. A Sri Vaishnava elder came from Kanchipuram, hearing about our Swamiji doing extremely, so much of seva for all the Divya Desas and ancient temples. He wanted to see him. So when he came, Swamiji was making him sit, and Swamiji sat below and he just pleaded, please sit on the chair, I feel very uncomfortable. So because he requested, he also sat on the chair. We were all sitting around. It was a wonderful, I think it was Margari Masam, somewhere around 11 o'clock after the puja. Then Swamiji said, can you please tell some Ramagunam? Immediately he gave wonderful insight, saying that when a Sishya wants to milk from only one udder of the cow, the Guru becomes Vallal Perum Pasukal and starts giving milk from all the 4 udders. Adhanal he wanted only 16 Gunas of Rama. The Guru, out of his tremendous Matru Vatsalyam, Narada Maharishi has now showered him with 64 Gunas, saying that Uru Kamblenda na Pal Venu 4 Kamblen Tarampo. Adhan Vallal Perum Pasukala. In Tiruppavi we say, such great, wonderful, charitable cows of Gokulam na, idukalla Tattvartham. Swapadesa Vakyanam ne per. In that Mahatma say, don't think that it is just some cowherd girl talking. It is the highest Acharya Purusha, who is Devi herself, who is Tayar herself talking. So here the Guru becomes like a mother to shower, more Ramaguna than even we bargained for. Narada Maharishi starts Ramayanam with 64 Gunas, and he gives the entire Rama Charitram in a nutshell. And then he tells Valmiki Bhagavan, you please write an Itigasam, and leaves. Sarvatra Govindhanama Sankirtanam Janaki Kanta Smaranam Sadguru Maharaj Ki Jai.